Good day and welcome back to another DBZ Dokkan video. In this video we're going to take a look at the Android Cell Saga stage, the third stage of the Vegeta'S story edition of the Ultimate Red Zone. Now this stage is pretty interesting. It's got three phases, two multi-enemy phases, and then it's got one final phase against a pretty tough Cell. Your first phase is against Android 19 and Dr. Giro. Android 19, pretty straightforward, 1.1 million super, 400k normals. Dr. Giro, 500k normals, 1.3 million super, give or take. Dr. Giro will nullify super attack ceiling effects, and his attack will go up every turn. He also lowers your ki, which is a bit irritating. And you have Android 19, who has the ability to deal 30,000 damage to you each turn. This isn't too bad, but his defense will go up with each turn when his HP is 70% or more, and when his HP is 30% or less, he will have massive defense down. So what I suggest is focusing on Android 19, getting Android 19 out the way as much as Dr. Giro is obviously a nuisance. Try and get Android 19 out the way. That way you can focus in on Dr. Giro, and generally speaking you should get this phase done quite quickly. I didn't find this phase to be too challenging. I think if there had been like key nullification or something like that, probably would find that it's a lot harder, but generally speaking it wasn't too bad. Then we come to Android 18 and Android 17. This is another dual enemy fight. They hit at about 550 and 650 respectively for 18 and 17. And 18 hits a 1.5 mil super, and Android 17 hits like a 2 mil. The important thing is that Android 17 hits a lot harder after Android 18 is knocked out. So focus first on taking out Android 17. If you can take out Android 17, then generally speaking you're in a better position, because Android 18 doesn't get any buffs. Besides that, there's not anything too crazy with either of them. I wouldn't say there's any wild mechanic that you need to be aware of. And then you come to Cell's second form. Cell's second form, he will increase his attack and defense by 50% on his third turn from his entry, so it's very important that you are aware of that. And he also does a AoE normal once per turn, so that's obviously also not necessarily the best situation. Of course, I would say overall, all things considered, Cell is not too impossible. I think he's quite manageable, because I think the couple phases before are quite manageable. It seems difficult to manage the two enemies, but actually their health is so relatively low. If you just focus the one enemy, you generally get them down with a high quality team in a turn, maybe a turn and a half. So because of that, it's not really too difficult to be able to, take them out and, all that sort of stuff. So I think with that, you can then save items, come to the Cell stage, and then you can kind of deal with Cell's second form quite well. For the team that I went for a superheroes team. One of the reasons just being Gohan versus Cell, that kind of vibe. But also, yeah, just felt like a good team. The taunts are very useful, whether it's for the multi-enemy phases or whether it's just in general for, you can save them both for Cell Max for Cell's second form. What is important is that the interrupt or intercept, I should say, will not intercept the AoE normal. So he'll still hit everyone with the AoE normal, but it does at least protect you from his supers and other attacks, and just in general keeps you quite safe. So I found like the two intercepts, saving them for this final phase if possible, generally worked out the best. Then I was able to use both of them, couple it with the Whis, and pretty much get him down in the first 4 turns without anything too major happening. He is tanky, he does hit hard, but he's not impossible. Like he doesn't, he's not like absolutely impossible to be defeated. So it wasn't too bad. I would say genuinely it was a relatively tough one. I thought this would be a lot harder than it was, but actually I found the Planet Namek one to be harder. I think the enemy is in the 2 enemy phase. Not that they're too weak or anything. They hit hard, but because of their health pools and everything, I think, with a team that does high damage, you can generally just about get rid of them. Yeah, you can just about like get yourself sorted. So I think, yeah, that's really about it. And yeah, honestly, it wasn't too bad. Like I said, I picked up some pretty cool stuff. Team was pretty good, superheroes. So yeah, generally speaking, we went for Gohan Beast, Ultimate Gohan, Super Gogeta, Gamma 1, Gamma 2, and I think that all worked fine. SSBE Vegeta, and we just had a very genuinely good time, realistically. There wasn't anything that was too difficult with the team. I think the team handled itself well, did its job. The damage levels was good. I definitely found that prioritizing damage is always, it's always the strategy you should go with, but it especially works very well in these, in these situations. So, other than that, that's pretty much it from me. Obviously, hope you guys enjoyed the video. Let me know what teams you're running. What teams did you run? What teams did you use? How did that go? What did it result in? And yeah, just basically let me know in the comments down below. It'd be great. I'll be doing the Earthbred Fighters challenge as well, but I think overall it's not too bad. I think Earthbred Fighters is also a very diverse category, so we'll see just how difficult that one is. But yeah, otherwise that's it from me. Hope you guys enjoyed the video, and I'll see you guys in the next one. So until then, take care and bye.